Welcome to Talking Sports with the Jersey Guys, where we do nothing but sit around, drink beer, and talk sports. I'm Mike Miller, and I'm joined by David Hesselfeld and Mike McConville. And we're getting ready to talk about the biggest offseason moves of the 2012 NFL offseason. Dave, what's your biggest offseason move so far?
I
Get
think
the ball
that Peyton
rolling.
Hillis move is actually a pretty big move for KC. I mean, it may not be what would be considered the biggest, but I think it'll probably have the most impact for a team.
For those of you who don't know, tonight Peyton Hillis signed a one-year contract with the Kansas City Chiefs
For $3 million.
$3
for
million.
$3 million. Nice pay for 1 year.
Bastard.
You're right, that is a nice move. Because you pair him up with Jamal Charles in the backfield. You got Dwayne Bowe. Nice team.
Yeah.
Nice defense.
So
Matt Castle's a decent quarterback.
yes, and
More of a game manager, but
Yeah.
if you got a good running game, that's all you need is a game manager.
True. Very true.
Solid defense, game manager, great running game. I mean, look at the Baltimore.
Yeah, look at Baltimore, Joe Flacco.
Yeah. But no, even before Joe Flacco, and they had Trent Dilfer and won the Super Bowl. I mean, come on.
Trent Dilfer was the beastness of the
Yeah.
beast.
Trent Dilfer is probably the greatest game manager to ever play the position of quarterback. In the
Brad
NFL.
Johnson?
Brad
Yeah.
Johnson's close. It's like neck and neck between the two of them.
serious? It's not even close at all.
Brad Johnson's.
Brad,
Dilfer's
it's
like,
close.
yeah. Johnson's like, yeah.
They both.
He was good when he was in Minnesota. When he went to Tampa,
All right. Brad Johnson, greatest game manager. I will give you that because he even played well when he was with Dallas for that little while when he was a backup. But
Well, Brad Johnson did well when he was with Oakland, right?
he went okay.
he
He
was
was
with Oakland.
when they
Are you
went.
thinking of Rich
Yeah.
Gannon?
No,
No.
he was with Oakland.
He was with Oakland when they
Because
made the Super Bowl
That's
run.
why John Gruden brought him over to Tampa,
Tampa, right.
when John Gruden left
Right,
Oakland.
That's when they made the Super Bowl run.
Mm-hmm. I believe wasn't Brad Johnson with Oakland the year before,
Yes.
and then he went over to Tampa Bay.
Got traded to Tampa
He got traded with
with
Tampa. He had Gruden there,
guy.
so he was back with Gruden, and then they made the run.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they both got traded.
Yeah.
The only
Oh.
head coach ever to get traded.
yeah.
It was like, we don't want
We're
you.
not gonna get into that because
Yeah.
that's one of those funky things where trading a head coach. Are they really trading him, or are they just saying, all right, we'll let you sign this guy, but you got to give us this in return? I don't know if it's really a trade or not. I don't know if you can really actually legally trade a head coach in the NFL, or if it's more of a contract thing.
We'll moving on.
Everything's a
Where's
contract.
We're gonna keep
Who knows anymore?
We're gonna keep this
Th-
ball
things
rolling.
things just change in the NFL. What you can and can't do, week in and week out. All of a sudden, a 5-yard bump's now a 1-yard bump.
Oh, jeez.
You mean a negative 5-yard bump?
Yeah.
If you're not getting them right at the line, phew, you might as well not touch the guy.
That's true. So what you think?
This one's pretty difficult because I don't know if it's either Kyle Orton to Dallas because they're weary about Romo, or if it's the Dolphins trading
Brandon Marshall.
that guy
Number 19.
Brandon Marshall to the Bears.
That's tough.
When in Denver, Jay Cutler, Brandon Marshall had some pretty good years.
That they did. Probably Brandon's best years.
Was it 2008?
And probably Jay Cutler's best years as a quarterback.
Mm,
He
yeah,
hasn't
because
done much with the
he
Bears.
didn't technically finish last year.
Well,
so yeah.
overall,
He didn't
best
play much with the
years.
Bears. Yeah. That's tough.
I'm gonna probably go with the
With the
Brandon
Brandon
Marshall one, just because even though the security of Tony Romo, they brought Kyle Orton in for security purposes in case Romo fucks up.
Like he always
He
does.
does, he does, his Romo thing.
Oh,
But-
yeah.
Hold the ball for the kick.
But
You know he
you
ate
may
chicken
get
wings
a good
before that.
Romo this year, so you may not even see the impact or what could possibly be an impact of Kyle Orton. Brandon Marshall, he's going to be on the field if he's there.
That is, if he
If he's
doesn't
there.
get suspended.
He,
Yeah.
8
The alter-
games.
the-
Well, the
alleged
thing of it is, he
altercation.
has to be. He's not eligible yet to be over there because of the allegations.
Oh no! All the trade and all
Yeah,
that has
the
went through.
trade's
The
official.
Bears,
It
the
is
Bears
official.
knew about all of it when they
Okay.
traded for him. So
Sounds
he's
about beforehand.
officially a Chicago Bear.
Well, if he gets on the field, he's going to have an impact if he's there,
Hey,
and he's going to be the number one receiver.
Well,
of course.
you
It's-
saw.
No,
Granted,
Devin Hester's gonna beat him out for that number 1 spot.
well, might be Johnny Knox. Better watch out.
Oh, it might be Roy Williams.
No, he's a free agent this year.
That was the joke. No
Oh.
nuts.
God.
God.
Well,
Roy Williams was with the Bears last year. Joke. Ha
So
ha. He's not there
anyway-
anymore.
so anyway,
Bryce, you're dumb.
oh my God. Anyway, I thought you were being serious for once.
See
That-
what I got to put up with.
The Kyle Orton thing intrigues me because if you're Dallas, there's only 2 reasons why you're bringing in a starter, a guy who can lead a lot of teams to victories and be their starting quarterback. It's if you don't trust Tony Romo or you don't trust his health. And I think Dallas doesn't trust either. I don't think they trust Tony Romo as their guy anymore. And I don't think they trust that if he is playing well, that he's going to stay healthy.
But see, if they did believe that, why wouldn't they cut him and go after Peyton?
Well, because I'm not saying they've given up on him.
You really think
And I
Peyton
think
would go
they
to
did.
Dallas?
Yes, Miles
No.
Austin, Des
No.
Bryant.
Peyton does not
Dud.
want to play his brother twice.
But I'm saying it's the most complete team.
No, it's not. Dallas is so flawed. Defensively,
Jason Witten.
offensively.
Jason Witten,
And what did they do
Miles
last year?
Austin,
What
Des
did they do
Bryant.
last year?
Romo
They
wasn't
did
there for
nothing.
more than half the year.
It doesn't matter. They didn't do nothing. Their defense was horrible.
They played with John Kettner most of the year.
John Kennedy doesn't play on defense.
Yeah.
Their defense was terrible.
That's why they cut Terrence Newman, because he's a big sucky ball guy.
Oh my God! Yeah, Terrence Newman was the problem. Their defense was horrible. Dallas is more than a Peyton Manning away from a Super Bowl.
Sean Lee, DeMarcus Ware, enough said.
They do
They
have.
do have
They got
DeMarcus.
the pieces of the defense. The defense just got to come together, play good. They definitely got the pieces on offense. There's no doubt about that. Even
Their offensive line's a little shaky.
their offensive line's
their
been shaky
offensive
for
line-
years.
Except for Alden, I think it's Alden Smith is
Yeah.
their rookie.
But
That's Their offensive line.
I just don't know if one Peyton could coexist with Jerry Jones
That's true.
or not Blaine Gabbert.
Jason Garrett.
Jason Garrett, who
Jason
is a
Garrett.
former quarterback also.
Yep.
And another former quarterback
And-
trying to tell a quarterback,
How to play
Oh.
quarterback.
yeah,
Who likes to play quarterback his way.
yeah.
So that's right. But I think the biggest thing is he just doesn't want to play his brother
But
twice.
the thing, here's the thing, you got Kyle Orton over there that they brought in. Granted, you said someone who could lead the team, but what has Kyle Orton done in the past couple years?
He only brought the Bears to the Super. Yeah, that's Rex
No.
Grossman.
Well, no,
That was Rex
no.
Grossman.
No, he did play when Rex was hurt that year
He did.
and had a good
yes.
year while Rex was. I believe Rex missed like 6 games.
I think it was 4.
No, Rex
4 or
missed
5.
quite a bit of the season the year the Bears went to the Super Bowl. And Kyle Orton won some games.
Won some games. Didn't do a whole lot in Denver.
He didn't do it when he first got there.
Got
When he first got there, he started
I
think it
6-0
Yeah,
and beat the
and
Patriots in one of their.
they
I think it was one
whooped
of
the Patriots
yeah.
at Foxborough.
No, it was in Denver.
It was at Denver.
It was in
Still,
Denver.
they whooped them big time.
But
It
since then,
was like a 20-some point win.
since then, I mean, last year, did he really do a whole lot?
Well, he had the whole Tebow thing to deal with last year.
Okay. But,
That's a huge distraction right there.
yeah, that would be a distraction for any quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
But-
then he went to Kansas City and he played pretty decent.
Won the
You know,
last couple
being-
games for
yeah,
Kansas
he won
City.
the last couple games, and the fact that he was coming into a team that he didn't know. He didn't know the receivers. He didn't know the offense. He played decent. He played enough to earn himself a starting job for a team,
I think
not
Kyle
to be
Orton
Romo's backup.
should have went to Seattle.
I think they like Tavares up there.
Then why are they
I think
going
they
after?
like
Then
him
why are they
enough.
going after Matt Flynn? Why are they going after Peyton?
They're going after Matt Flynn.
Yes, he has a meeting there, since it is now Thursday that we are recording this video.
Yeah.
So he's
So
meeting
he has
there
a meeting
today.
there today.
I didn't know that. That must have been fresh breaking news. I
No,
knew he was having a meeting.
he had it.
Fresh to you.
Still,
It's fresh to you, but I knew Tuesday.
Kyle Orton's more like it Tavares Jackson. Matt Flynn, from
And I
what
told you
everyone
this earlier
says,
today. Chad Henne has a what's it called up there.
no, Chad Henne signed with Jacksonville.
Then it's the other Matt Moore. That dude.
Matt
Oh,
Moore.
Bama.
Yeah, that dude. Matt Moore.
Well, for some reason, Dallas must have done something to convince Kyle Orton to come beat Tony Romo's backup.
Here, we'll give you this money. Put a star on your head.
Yeah, but he didn't really get that much. He only got like $8 million over 3 years. Well,
Wouldn't
eight-
you
$8
like
million a
$8 million
year.
over 3 years?
Yeah, but when you can go to another team and be a starter, you get
I
more
don't think
than
he would
that.
have gotten more than that though.
You might have got a little bit, but
To
It's
be a
Jerry
starter.
Jones we're talking about here.
yeah.
Still, I just think that Tony's been there a while, and what has he done?
Either
He
either
hasn't done
way,
anything.
either way, either it's Romo or Orton. Those two are going to be transitional quarterbacks. They are going to start looking for another franchise quarterback.
They have
Orton,
to.
Orton, as decent and as good as he may be, he's not going to be a
Oh,
franchise.
he's not a franchise guy.
No.
No.
Romo, I think Romo has worn his time off there, and they're going to start looking for a quarterback.
Who's the quarterback out in USC right now?
Barkley.
Barkley.
That's the dude that's gonna next year.
Next year's draft,
Yeah,
yes.
That's right now.
If
that's
Dallas-
the top quarterback.
Starts off bad, I bet they're gonna. I wouldn't say tank it, but if they're like Indy and doing bad,
Well, I
They're
don't
gonna
think they'll
put
do what
Orton-
Indy does because if Romo gets hurt and then Orton gets hurt and they're down to a third string, they know they have no shot. Then they might tank it. Indy lost their starting All-Pro quarterback.
I get him right eventually.
Brandon Marshall to the Bears. That's a pretty big deal.
That's big.
And the Bears got him for a steal.
2 third-rounders.
2 third-rounders. When Miami gave Denver
2 second
two
rounders.
second-rounders to get him 2 years ago. So that tells me maybe they're trying to lure Peyton in by getting rid of the cancer in the locker room, the guy with the distractions. Or maybe they just don't care who the quarterback is. They just don't want him there. Period.
Yeah.
Maybe they're
just tired
maybe
of-
they're
he
trying to
does
be
have
like
a
Indy.
history.
Maybe they're trying to be Indy. Maybe they want to, reload.
Reload. They're reloading up on picks.
Their time to have done that should have been last year. Knowing that Andrew Luck was on the table. They should have just
Yeah.
dropped
Well,
off, got
They
picks, and
they were
just started to
they were
suck.
close.
Yeah.
They were close.
They were close, but close doesn't count.
0-8, I think, and then they started winning.
Yeah, and then they screwed up
Dumbasses.
their season. They started winning games.
He couldn't have just won one.
Yeah, all they had to do was just, finish either first or second
Couldn't
worst.
everyone
They
just
could
take
have
a
gotten a
nap?
quarterback.
Yeah.
Would have saved the Redskins from.
Well,
Uh,
could you have imagined if they would have gotten Cam Newton? If they would have continued losing and then turned around and got
It
Cam Newton?
Probably would have saved Tony Sparano's job
Yeah.
with the whole Wildcat issue. Because Cam Newton, he's not like a Tim Tebow Wildcat because he's more of a passer.
He's a hybrid of Tim Tebow thick and Mike Vick quickness
Yeah,
and accuracy.
Yeah.
That Tim Tebow doesn't have.
yeah. Well, oh my God, we're still talking about Tebow. Oh my God,
What about
I'm so tired of
RG3
Tebow.
coming out?
Speaking of that, the Redskins.
He's a
Let's see.
thicker built Mike Vick.
The Redskins gave up to the St. Louis Rams.
Rams.
Three
Three
first
first
A
rounders.
first round pick this year,
A
their second round pick this year, next year's first round, and 2014's first round
Yep.
to get RG3.
Talk about
Potentially,
wasting your first
it
round
could
picks.
it could be Andrew Luck.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
it depends on what Indy does,
Yeah.
but I'm 99.999%.
Talk about wasting your draft pick on something that's untested and
Yeah, well, you're basically mortgaging the next 5 to 6 years that RG3 is going to be your franchise quarterback.
yeah. What if he turns
And
out to be
the
Jamarcus Russell?
Yeah, because
I don't think so because he's a lot smarter than Jamarcus. Yeah, he has a
Well,
better
no.
work
All right, what if
ethic.
he turns out to be
Okay.
Brian Leaf?
Well,
look at this though. RG3 came out of nowhere this year.
yes, he did.
Okay, he was playing decent in Baylor and just all of a sudden exploded. Honestly, he exploded this year.
Because
Honestly.
Baylor got really good.
Yeah.
They did. They had
Because
a good class.
but then the thing of it is, Andrew Luck, for what the last 2-3 years he started,
Mhm.
has been consistent. I mean, he has been a good quarterback.
Exactly what I mean.
You know,
Oh yeah,
You have
definitely wanna
1
take
year
Luck.
of really good work from RG3 when you have this massive pile of, oh my god, look what Andrew Luck can do.
Oh yeah, you definitely take Luck.
do you think it was a smart move for Washington to move up to get RG3?
Oh no, not for that much. They should have waited till closer and tried to twist St. Louis' arm a little bit.
But then
It
how you
seems
know?
like they did it way too quick.
But then how do you know the Dolphins wanted
Exactly.
did it?
Or another team
Or
might
the
jump,
Browns?
You know?
Yeah, but some
I can
things
keep
just
going
aren't
with
worth
teams
it.
that don't have
Some
quarterbacks.
teams just aren't worth it. You're going to give up your next 3 first-round picks for this guy, plus this year's second, to get one guy. You're going to mortgage your whole team for next almost a decade on this one draft pick.
How much did
I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it.
What was
That's just way too much to give up.
for Eli Manning? How much did the Giants give up for him?
They gave up a lot, but
yeah, I
I'm
think
not
it was a
completely sure.
It was a first and then a player for Philip
Yeah,
Rivers.
with Rivers and then Eli. I mean, but that,
Because
that was
Eli
player for
said,
player,
no goddamn San Diego, I'm
Yeah,
not playing for
and,
you.
and San Diego didn't want to just have him sit there and hold his rights while he held out and then just get drafted again the following year.
Yep.
So that was a smart move. This, to me, is not a smart move because, first of all, you're not even close to draft day. And you're making this move now, and you're going to give up this much?
Yeah, but another team could have jumped ahead of them. And
I do have to say, look what Atlanta did last year and given all their draft picks to the Browns to get Julio Jones.
And where did he show up in the playoffs last year? He didn't. That whole offense didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't
But
base
they have a
can't base a career off of a playoff game. I understand that, but when you have a rookie that has a great season and they struggle in the playoffs,
But
then you say, "Oh well,
Roddy
is it
White
worth
and
it?" You
Julio
don't know yet.
Jones could be one of the best 1-2 punches
They could
at
be,
wide receiver.
but you don't know yet.
Name two other
RG3
dominant wide receivers.
RG3 could come out and have a great rookie year. Just be a great rookie year for the Redskins. And then tank the rest of his career. That doesn't make the draft deal, the first round trade and all that.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't make it worth it for one good year. It's not why you're trading these picks away. You're trading these picks away because you want a franchise quarterback that's going to be there for the long haul and hopefully win you a couple championships.
Let's see the Redskins right because they believe in RG3.
They do. I'm not saying he's not a good quarterback. I'm not saying you don't select him before Tannehill or Kellen Moore. I'm just saying that maybe you should have hedged your bets that no one in front of you is going to take him, or try and hold out a little bit and try and get it dropped down to maybe 2 first-rounders or maybe your first round and 2 second-rounders. But come on, 3 first-round picks and a second-round pick, that's a lot to ask for. And St. Louis made out like bandits.
Yeah,
It
with
is.
this.
I mean,
They
the
made out
St.
like
And then-
bandits.
With them also getting Cortland Finnegan.
Cortland Finnegan from Tennessee.
Yeah.
That was a good pickup.
They,
Jeff Fisher. We'll see how that works out.
they got someone else. I just don't remember who they got.
I'm not sure either.
It was another. I think it was another defensive guy.
Still, they're looking pretty
Yeah.
good. They're looking pretty good. I mean, it's not like they went and they dropped that far back in the first round this year. Anyways, they only dropped back to number 6.
Yep.
So it's not like they even dropped back that far.
No.
Plus, they've got extra first round picks to play with next year. Plus, they got an extra second round pick to play with this year.
So if they do
They
something
could technically
next year,
trade back up to 3.
they probably could if
They
they wanted
could.
to.
If they really want to, if they really want the number 3 guy in the draft, they could go out and do that.
Do you imagine if they sat there and moved up and maybe got Blackman? Put them over there?
He could be there at 6.
He could be. He could be there at 6.
Well,
That'd be
I
nice
really
for
I
him.
don't see the Browns taking him, and then I don't see the Bucks taking him with the Bucks signing Vincent Jackson.
Yeah.
I think the Bucks will probably take Richardson.
Yeah, that's what I think. They're gonna
that's
take
what they'll
Trent.
do. Put him in the backfield to learn from LeGarrette Blunt. I like that. And they're
One
kind of
year
this.
wonder.
Well, they're kind of the same type of running back too. Kind of.
Trent's a
Who is
lot
Washington's
faster, though.
Well,
quarterback?
yeah, he's a lot faster. But what's that?
Who is Washington's quarterback right now?
Redskins,
Take
Yeah.
your pick: Rex Grossman or John Beck.
if they're there.
Well, Grossman's a free agent.
Yeah.
Last year it was Grossman and John Beck.
Ooh, crappy John Beck.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you can basically say that their quarterback now is
Robert
Griffin
Griffin.
third, because
No,
it's looking like
the
that's what they're
third.
going to draft.
Not
I mean, there's a 0.0001% chance the Colts don't draft Luck.
No, there is 0% chance they don't take
Well,
Luck.
there's a chance for everything.
Dude, they want to suck.
They sucked for Luck.
Exactly.
So
They want to sign Luck before the draft.
they do. I mean,
No, they really want. They're trying to get NFL permission to sign him before the draft.
I think they can negotiate, right? But they can't actually sign
No,
the
they
deal.
want his name on the
They
contract.
can actually sign it. That to me, I don't
They were
like
di-
that.
It's dumb. It takes the
It takes
wonder
away.
out of the
Yeah,
draft.
it takes away what little excitement you're going to have with the first overall pick this year.
Yeah, they're
What
gonna
little
go.
bit of excitement.
Because
Welcome
if
to
you're
the
gonna replace a
2012
legend-
NFL Draft.
Start
Colts
off with
short
our
on the
number
clock,
2
and
pick.
then they take Andrew Luck.
Well, if that's the case,
Oh look, Redskins, you're on the clock. Oh, you take Robert Griffin.
I was going to say, if that's the case, probably the first 6 picks will already be signed by the time you get to draft day.
yeah.
You can pretty much figure, because I guarantee you those guys know who they're going to take already.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They know who they're gonna
You
take.
know, they know the 2 quarterbacks going to be off the board. So the third round team is like, we're going to take Khalil.
The Vikings will take
Yeah.
Matt Khalil.
Yeah. And then the 4th round, who is that? Cleveland? Cleveland
Honestly,
number 4?
they should drop down and get more picks from someone and take Ryan Tannehill.
Oh, they probably will. They
No,
still
No,
have
no,
that
they
second
don't.
honestly,
Yeah, they
I
have 2
don't-
picks in the
I
first
don't
round.
think they will, but I want them to.
Well,
Because Colton Co sucks.
well, they should. They have 2 picks in the first round, so you can get Tannehill late. Tannehill will be there around 22. No one else is going to take quarterback besides the first 2.
Mhm.
Then that way they can get Blackman.
That is kind of true.
They can get
because,
Blackman
I mean,
or Richardson or
they
you
can
know,
get a
Yeah,
running
they
back.
do. They do
go
have.
for one of those defensive ends.
They do have the Falcons' first round pick.
Yeah, so I mean,
It
they
could
can still get
drop
Tannehill.
down, you know?
or if they want to take a chance, they go after Kellen Moore.
Or no 30 minutes.